Right now, I am just in the depths of research season, and it is rough. I found myself just 28 tabs deep in Google Scholar, questioning just all my life choices. And if this sounds familiar to you, there is a solution: AI research assistants. But with so many options, it's hard to actually know which one will save your sanity. Today, we're putting two of the best AI research assistants against each other, Logically and Elicit. We will be comparing them both and putting them head to head to see which AI tool is actually worth your time. So let's get into the video. We're getting serious, so glasses on, guys. Let's just start off with what is Logically. When I look at Logically, I kind of pretend Zotero, Google Scholar, and ChatGPT all had like a baby. Logically is an all-in-one research assistant built to streamline every single step of your academic journey. Let's start off with Logically's document writer with its AI auto-suggest features. So a combination of just some very powerful features offering writing assistance, including grammar collection, translation, summarization, automatic bibliography generation, and the AI auto-suggest features takes from your past notes, from your past PDFs, try to make your thing sound more professional. Insert citations in one click, very streamlined to write in your paper. Next, let's talk about the Logically Reference Manager. With working with so many references, Logically allows you to toss your sources into neatly labeled folders and tags. If you're working with a group, shared libraries also makes collaboration very seamless. Next, let's talk about its file annotator. So from the Reference Manager, you can open your files in this file annotator where you can highlight text, draw area highlights, slap on sticky notes, and you can actually chat with your papers. And finally, let's talk about the Logically AI Research Assistant, where you can get your research done faster using its three different modes: document retrieval mode, conducts research based on your uploaded PDFs; semantic scholar mode suggests the best papers from across 200 million peer-reviewed research papers; and Google search mode gives you access to the most relevant, up-to-date articles on the internet. All right, now that we have that little rundown of what Logically is, let's go into what is Elicit. Elicit is an AI research assistant built with evidence synthesis at its core. It has a very clean and focused interface, as you can see here, so it's ideal if you want to conduct systematic reviews or generate research reports at scale. While it isn't designed to hold your hand through every stage of the workflow, it excels at academic heavy lifting. Let's go over its 5 core features. Number 1 is Elicit Find Papers, which is kind of like speed dating for research papers. You can ask a question and it throws 8 top contenders at you with impressive confidence, all plucked from over 125 million papers on Semantic Scholar. You can also add columns, load more papers, and customize your table until your liking. Next is its research report. Elicit's research report instantly transforms your research question into a detailed, exportable report backed by cited peer-reviewed sources. And it also provides a list of cited references at the bottom of the report, perfect for quick overviews, but just keep in mind it is subject to your plan's data extraction limits. Number 3 is its systematic review, which is exclusive for pro and team members only, but it will walk you through all your PDFs with thorough detail. Next is its upload and extract feature. You can upload your own files to the notebook mirroring Logically's file annotator, providing a table based on those papers where you can use it to review, summarize, and dig deeper into your topic. You can also add additional steps by adding columns to your table and chat with your papers. And then finally, the summarized concepts. So when you give Elicit a topic, it starts by searching for papers likely to be relevant to that topic and then digs into those papers to identify recurring themes and shared concepts. It also filters out any duplicate ideas. Okay, so now that we've gone through what is Logically and what is Elicit, let's actually test these tools side by side. Let's first dial in on how they conduct research. I am working on my final research paper for a class called Cults in Popular Culture, and honestly, I have no clue where to begin, so I'm typing in modern internet-based cults to both platforms to see which one actually helps me make sense of it all. So for Logically's response, I used this Google search mode. It broke it down into clear bullet points covering all angles on modern internet culture and cults in seconds. Semantic Scholar also served me a plethora of peer-reviewed sources. And visually, I appreciated how all the sources were clearly linked in blue, making it really easy to track where info was coming from. The summary at the bottom presented me with which data sources backed up each point. It allowed me to easily verify the info without having to question its credibility. For Elicit's response, initially, Elicit didn't accept my input because it only processes queries in the form of a question, so which is kind of frustrating. So once I asked a question, the platform began to generate a full research report, and as someone accustomed to very instant results, the process felt really long. It took nearly 5 minutes. It was slow, but it was worth it. It was clear that Elicit was conducting a thorough process of gathering, screening, and analyzing papers before compiling the findings, and the final report was sent directly to my email, which was very convenient. However, my expectations didn't quite align with the experience. I hoped for more interactive control throughout the research process, but instead received a fully formed report that felt somewhat detached from my own input. It was informative, but also overwhelming. almost like receiving another academic dense paper that I now had to interpret. So while I appreciated the ability to download a comprehensive reference list, the overall experience felt less user-friendly and more automated than I had anticipated. Now let's go into organizing sources. So let's start with Elicit and the Elicit library. I really appreciate and admire Elicit's clean, organized library layout. It definitely makes staying on top of sources feel less overwhelming. That said, it does have its limitations. You can create custom tags and even import to Zotero, which is convenient, but I found it tricky to locate specific topics since the filtering system only works through tags. So it's also worth noting that libraries are user-specific and not collaborative, which can be a drawback if you're hoping to have shared collaboration. With Logically's reference manager, I uploaded the same PDFs I use in Elicit, but was also able to add content via URL links and DOIs, which gave me a lot more flexibility. The right-hand panel neatly displayed my citations, summaries, and notes, with everything being shareable. I also noted how Logically also allows imports from tools like Zotero, Mendeley, and EndNote. And Logically's create feature also goes further by allowing uploads of more niche research content like broadcasts, bills, and other cross-platform sources, making it feel more robust and versatile for a wider range of academic needs. Now let's talk about file annotation. If I'm going to be spending hours doing research, I at least want it to be kind of satisfying. So let's first look at Logically's file annotator. It was actually personally so fun for me. All the different features, highlighting in different colors, tagging sticky notes with the ability to ask AI to summarize a paragraph for dense text is super helpful. I felt like I was almost crafting my own paper while journaling my thoughts, which I found very therapeutic. And now let's go into Elicit. At first, Elicit's interface doesn't make it super obvious where to start annotating, but eventually I stumbled upon the notebook feature where you can add columns to fine-tune your research, but the free plan only allows like 2 custom columns, which I felt a bit limiting. I tried the upload and extract tool, which lets you tag, read, and even chat with your PDF. It's not exactly built for direct annotation. It's more about like completing steps like summarizing, extracting data, and identifying key concepts. So while this is very powerful, it's less hands-on and interactive. When I got to the concept finding feature, I was kind of hoping it would tell me the main ideas, but instead it just kept asking me to define the concepts I wanted, which was tough because like I barely know what I'm looking for, so it's kind of like we're in a cycle. Now let's go into cost. The free plan, automatic research reports, unlimited summaries of 4 papers at once, unlimited search across over 125 million papers. You get the unlimited chat with only 4 papers. You can add 2 columns to your tables, extract data from 20 papers per month. If you don't do too much research, I feel like that could be sufficient. But then they have the plus for $10 a month, where you have everything in basic with unlimited chat with 8 full text papers at once, unlimited search, and extract data from 600 papers per year and add 5 columns. So it's like a little bit elevated, but not necessarily all unlimited. Then there's its pro plan for $42 a month, so you choose everything in plus, where you can add 20 columns to your tables and extract data from over 2,400 papers, so a lot more robust. And then there's also team and enterprise plans as well. And then for Logically has 2 plans. The first one is its free plan, where you get access to all its products, most features, the standard AI models, 5 AI auto suggestions a day, and 500 megabytes of reference and file storage, all for free. And the other plan is just, it's unlimited, and you get 50% discount for students, which is $12 per user per month. And you just get unlimited everything, access to all the premium features. So this is really nice. So if you like don't know if you want to commit, you can do the free version where you can get a taste of all of it. For all these features, unlimited for only $12 a month, for your students $6 a month. It's a really great deal for students. So now that we've gone through both tools, which one should you pick? Elicit is great for snappy summaries, research reports, and concept tables if you're a very visual learner, while Logically is ideal for deeper projects, helping you organize, annotate, and write your paper all in one. In short, if you want speed, summaries, Elicit. If you want full control over your research workflow, Logically. That's gonna wrap up today's video. Hopefully this helps you decide which AI tool will help you save your own research sanity this season. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy researching.